Here's a story from Grandpa for my three favorite little girls, Emma, Ayla, and Audrey. We've read a couple of stories that tell about the secret lives of toys. The Velveteen Rabbit was one of them. It's a very human thing to make believe that toys and pets have the same kind of thoughts and emotions that we do. I do it all the time with my dogs, Dickens and Dory. There's a big word that describes that. It's called anthropomorphizing. That's a mouthful, isn't it? In this story, the author tells a story about 5 toys sitting on a windowsill and what their lives are like. Here's the story, Waiting. Written and illustrated by Kevin Hanks. There were 5 of them, and they were waiting. The owl with spots was waiting for the moon. The pig with the umbrella was waiting for the rain. The bear with the kite was waiting for the wind. The puppy on the sled was waiting for the snow. The rabbit with the stars wasn't waiting for anything in particular. He just liked to look out the window and wait. When the moon came up, the owl was happy. It happened a lot. When the rain came down, the pig was happy. The umbrella kept her dry. When the wind blew, the bear was happy. The kite flew high and far. When it finally snowed, the puppy was happy. He'd waited a very long time. The rabbit was happy just looking out the window. Sometimes one or the other of them went away, but he or she always came back. Sometimes they slept, but mostly they waited. Sometimes gifts appeared. Once a visitor arrived from far away. Can you see the elephant? He stayed a while, then he left and never returned. He fell off the shelf and broke. They saw many wonderful, interesting things. Can you see all the cloud shapes up in the sky? There's an umbrella and a bird and a kite and a puppy and just lots of things. Do you ever look up into the sky and see if the clouds look like something? That's fun to do. On the page on the left, all the toys are looking out the window at a beautiful rainbow. And on the page on the right, they're all a little bit nervous about the lightning and thunder that's going on outside. On this page on the left, they see lots of snow and there's frost on the window pane and icicles hanging from the windowsill up above. And on the page on the right, they're watching the fireworks go off, so it must be the 4th of July. And, of course, there was always the moon and the rain and the wind and the snow to keep them happy. One day a cat with patches joined them. Was she waiting for the moon? No. Was she waiting for the rain? No. Was she waiting for the wind? No. Was she waiting for the snow? No. She didn't seem to be waiting for anything in particular. Oh, but she was. It turns out that the cat with patches was a nesting doll, which meant that when you opened her up, inside was another cat, and when you opened that up, inside was another cat, and when you opened that up, inside was another cat, and when you opened that up, inside was another cat. Now there were 10 of them, and they were happy together, waiting to see what would happen next. And that's the end of the story. If you were to make up a story about the secret life of one of your toys, which toy would you pick, and what would the story be? For me, I'd probably write a story about my greyhound Dickens. It wouldn't be too hard because I already think that he has a very interesting secret life. It would be a very good story, so maybe I'll go ahead and write it and tell it to you someday. If you write a story for me someday. Always remember that Grandpa loves you and all the stories you'll someday write, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.